Hi children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing your work and studying very well at home. So, welcome to Grammar Classes, Chapter 1, the sentences, and in this session we will be doing the third part of this chapter. So, let's begin with exercise 2 based on what we have learned in the previous video. That is the 4 types of sentences. Which are they? First one was declarative, which we also call it as assertive sentences. Then we learnt about interrogative sentences. Then we learnt about imperative. And the 4th type of sentence is exclamatory mark. So, based on what we have learned, we will be doing exercise 2. Yes children, now we will be doing exercise 2. What is the question? Identify what type each sentence below is. So, in this question, the first thing you are going to do is identify the kind of sentence. Change the interrogative and exclamatory sentences into assertive. ठीक है, interrogative और अगर exclamatory है तो उसको assertive sentence में बनाना है. Change the assertive sentences into interrogative और अगर assertive है तो उसको interrogative में change करना है. So, let's do the first one. What a pretty picture. Exclamatory mark है तो exclamatory sentence है and how you can change? It is a pretty picture. Children, you can write the spelling of exclamatory from the question. Did you see the rainbow? Question mark is there, so it is an interrogative sentence. So, how you'll write? I saw the rainbow, full stop. Tippy is in class 8. Now, how you'll write? This is assertive. In which class is Tippy? Assertive है तो interrogative में बनाना है. So, in which class is Tippy? उसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. Is Tippy in class 8? Both the sentences are correct. Don't forget to put the question mark. Who gave you this book? Question mark is there. So, this is interrogative. How you'll write? Rahul gave me this book, or you can use any other name instead of Rahul. Please, please always comes in request and that is imperative. Please enter your details in the given form. So, interrogative और assertive और exclamatory के बारे में बताया है but imperative के बारे में तो कुछ नहीं बताया है. So, imperative sentence को किस में change करें? You might be wondering, no? So, you can change it into any of its kind. Will you please enter the details in the given form? Question mark. So, I have changed it into interrogative sentence. Have you seen Akash anywhere? Question mark. So, it's very clear, it's interrogative. I have seen Akash somewhere. I could hardly recognize him. This is assertive. So, how you can change? Could you recognize him and question mark. Shut the door and sit down. This is imperative. So, how you'll write? Can you shut the door and sit down? Question mark. I have changed in imperative sentence into interrogative one. Is there any butter in the fridge? This is interrogative. There is butter in the fridge. This watch is quite expensive. This is an assertive. So, how you can change? Is this watch expensive? Now, this was the end of exercise 2. Now, we will be learning how to form the negative sentences. Negative means using no or not. So, I will be explaining you. So, let's learn forming the negative. For example, this is a good book. See, negative means whenever you use not or no. Whenever these two words are used, a simple sentence can be changed into a negative sentence. So, this is a good book. Now, when we make it negative, we can write this is not a good book. Is के बाद लगेगा not. So, same thing, is not can be written as isn't also. What is the short form of is not? Isn't. So, either you can write this is a good book, can be written as this is not a good book, or this isn't a good book. Okay. Second one, we have found the book. So, how you can write? We have not found the book. And have not को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Haven't. H-A-V-E-N''T. So this becomes the short form of have not, and we call it as haven't. Is not is said as isn't. Okay. Now let's see some more examples. They traveled to the city. Now here ed is there. That means this is in past tense. So when you have past tense, as I've told you before, that you can use did. So they did not. We are making negative sentence, right? So they did not travel. Ed will be removed because did is used. They did not travel to the city. And what is the short form of did not? Didn't. D-I-D-N''T. This is the short form of did not. Kamala writes poetry. So whenever you have S, that is present tense. And if that present tense has got S, it is obvious that it will come does. D-O-E-S. So how you write? Kamala does not write poetry. Does and not are separate words. Don't mix and write. So what is the short form of does not? D-O-E-S-N''T. Does. So Kamala does not write. Again this S will not come when you write does. So Kamala does not write poetry. I hope this one is clear to you. Now some rules for forming the negative. Now sentence type is assertive and imperative. What is the meaning of assertive? Your declarative sentence or any statement, we call it as assertive. And what is the meaning of imperative? Your request, suggestion, advice, all these things come under imperative sentences. So if you have verb be, which is a be form of the verb, is, was, are, were, these are all be form of the verb. So you have to write add not after the verb. The money is in the safe. Which form of be is there? Is. So after is, the money is not in the safe. Even you can write the short form is not can be written as isn't. Ria writes well. Whenever S is there, you will be using does. Ria does not write well, and what is the short form of does not? Doesn't. We went home early. Now went is a past tense, so what you will be writing? Did. We did not go home early, and short form will be we didn't go home early. Cut the ribbon, it's a command, imperative sentence. So whenever you have such sentences where there is the sentence is starting with a verb, you will be using do. Do not cut the ribbon or don't cut the ribbon. We did not have many friends, or we didn't have many friends. Now with an auxiliary verb including modals. Now what are the modal verbs? Will, shall, may, can, could. These are all modal auxiliary verbs. So we add not after the auxiliary verb. For example, we will reach on time. अभी modal verb कहाँ है? Will. So after will के बाद हम डालेंगे not. We will not reach on time. And how you write the short form? We won't reach on time. They have finished the assignment. They have not finished the assignment, or you can write they haven't finished the assignment. Now for interrogative, the question sentence. Are we living now? So verb is are. So how you make it negative? Aren't we living now? Or are we not living now? Children, you have the choice. Either you can write full form like are we not living, or you can write the short form aren't we living now. You don't have to write both. Do you like sports? Don't you like sports? Do you not like sports? This is a formal one and this is a short form one. Were they waiting for me? Weren't they waiting for me? Or were they not waiting for me? And for exclamatory sentences where you have exclamation mark at the end, it's a lovely day. Isn't it a lovely day? Or you can write, is it not a lovely day? How wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Children, so based on what we have learned, let's do the last exercise of this chapter. Exercise 3. Change the following sentences into the negative. Okay, so simply you just have to add not, but the correct position is very important. So the first sentence is, there were many people at the fair. So how we can write? There were not. There were not many people at the fair. Now, as you can see this sentence, just a reminder that the first letter, see, it should be little taller comparatively to other alphabets. But since H, already you write a little bigger form, so it can touch. But see, the capital and the smaller letter difference should be there. Okay, so there were not many people at the fair. This is the normal form. We have not won the match. The minister promised reforms. The minister didn't promise reform, that is a short form. The minister did not promise reform without using the short form. Did you get the news? Didn't you get the news? And the second one, did you not get the news? After the subject we will be using not. Has the paper arrived? Hasn't the paper arrived? Has the paper not arrived? Okay, so in such cases we will be writing after the subject. You have to be very careful when it is already the sentence in interrogative. Only in such sentences you have this change. Okay, when you are not using the short form, in that case after the subject you have to use the negative word not. Sixth one, wait for me. Don't wait for me. Do not wait for me. Put the water to boil. Don't put the water to boil. Do not put the water to boil. I found my lost papers. I didn't find my lost papers. I did not find my lost papers. That's a pretty dress. That isn't a pretty dress. That is not a pretty dress. Did you have a good day? Didn't you have a good day? Did not you have a good day? But I wish all of you have a very good day. So children, I hope you have understood. Only thing, be careful when it is, the sentence is in interrogative form and when you are changing it into a negative sentence. If it is a short form, no problem, but if there is no short form used, then after the subject you will be using not. So homework for today's session is write exercise 3 in notebook. Write in both the ways. So each sentence will have two answers. One is writing it in without using short form, another one writing the short form. Okay, we are making negative sentences in this exercise, forming of negative sentences. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you and may God bless you. Bye. Take care.